Why does Germany refuse to support Ukraine's military? With rising tensions between the two nations, many European partners are backing Kiev. The Biden administration is said to be offering $200 million in military aid, while the Baltic states and the UK have already started shipping missile defense and deploying troops to Ukraine. But there is one major European power that has been hesitant in its support for Ukraine's military. It is said that German backing for Kiev has been insufficient since the crisis started, despite the country's importance to the United States and the European Union. As of now, the country has not responded to Ukraine's request for armaments, and its supporters have mocked the loan offer to send Ukraine with 5,000 helmets. It's impossible to predict what Germany will ship next. Wladimir Klitschko, Kiev's mayor, made the joke in tablod Bild. Germany's leadership in Europe's security is crucial. When we look at how they're acting on European and NATO defenses, the preparation of the Bundeswehr, the reticence to take military action, it's ridiculous for the present times, says Latvian Minister of Defense Artis Pabrik. Germany's lack of action on the Ukraine crisis is astonishing given the country's long history of acting as a European leader. There has long been a double standard in German policy toward arms sales, and withholding weapons from a weak pro-EU government is only the latest example. As a result, successive German governments have emphasized that Germany's foreign policy must refrain from supplying weapons to conflict zones. In 2021 alone, German arms exports are expected to reach €9.04 billion, a new record high. These supplies went mostly to Egypt, which was directly involved in the Yemeni and Libyan civil conflicts. German government claims to oppose the movement of weapons into conflict zones, but this is clearly not the case. Given its willingness to provide weaponry in times of crisis, why is Germany so adamant about not assisting Ukraine? Frank-Walter Steinmeier, Germany's foreign minister, seems to be in jeopardy because of the Ukraine situation. She has campaigned for a hard line on Russia since she was first elected to the Green Party. Since joining forces with Germany's Free Democrats (FDP) and Social Democrats (SPD), Baerbock's hard-nosed approach has become more harder to defend (SPD). The SPD has consistently backed de-escalation in talks with Russia, while the Greens and FDP want greater force. German weaponry will not be sent to battle zones as part of the coalition agreement, according to the deal. As a consequence of these disagreements inside the administration, the German response to the crisis has been splintered. The German government has remained completely silent. No clear strategy has been presented, says Piotr Buras, Warsaw head of the European Council on Foreign Relations. As a result of Germany's unwillingness to provide weaponry to Ukraine, the German economy is a major factor. Recent Russian-EU discussions have been heavily focused on Nord Stream 2. Controversial plan by Gazprom, Russia's gas company, aims to bypass the current Ukrainian pipeline and deliver Russian gas directly to Germany. No longer having to pay Ukraine's gas transportation costs would save Moscow money. It's possible that Nord Stream 2 will be used as a geopolitical tool in conversations with Ukraine and EU countries. Consequently, what advantages does Germany have? Because Putin and the millionaires of Gazprom value initiative so highly, Scholz's government is aware of this value as well. Recently, Germany's most powerful weapon against Russia has been the idea that they could stop the project. With its 56% Russian gas reliance, Germany can't afford to be too aggressive with the Russian government. Some people think Putin made the decision not to send more natural gas to Europe because he wanted Germany to reconsider the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. In the event that Germany sends weapons or troops to Ukraine, Russia may shut off gas supplies to Germany, which would pose a serious threat to Germans. Due to the current state of affairs in Ukraine, Germany's foreign policy is at a crossroads. However, the United States and Europe have occasionally clashed over Russian resources, despite the country's long-standing diplomatic friendship with both. We'll have to wait and see whether Germany is capable of balancing these two objectives. A lack of support for Ukraine by Germany's Western partners is clear.